Okay, let's try putting the hair on again. So I have a little bit of hair on the back here, a little bit of wool. If you try to force your needle too hard down into the sock, you're going to snap the end of your tip off. So kind of be gentle. This is when the sturdy, heavy gauged needles are useful. So let's see, does he like it this way? Maybe he likes it this way. What do you think? How does he like it? I don't know. Let's see right here. This is the time where I get nervous about showing how I make the puppets because it's definitely a slow process. It's not a quick process, and I also am not really a video producer, so starting and stopping the videos and editing and all that, I don't really have a lot of time for that. Well, I really like him like that. And we can begin to fill in the back of the hair a little bit more, but I think he has a nice hairstyle like that. So I'm just covering, remember how the toe of the sock was right here? So I'm just gonna put, that's the hairline basically for my puppet. So I'm just gonna tuck the hair or the wool here right into that hairline. Now, if you want your hair to be kind of more permanent, you could always use some darker thread that matches your hair and sew your hair down. So that's up to you. If this is for a child to kind of handle and play with, I would probably stitch the hair down, because as soon as the child starts to play with the doll and tell stories with the doll, the hair will probably come off, and that might dismay them. If you give the doll to a young child, the first thing they'll do is probably tear the hair off, because they're just so curious and they want to know, and through their exploration they'll definitely take the hair off. That happens. So, but remember, with wool, it's really forgiving, it's really generous, and you can just stick it back on, so don't get too upset if someone comes by and takes the hair off. Also, if you have animals, oh yeah, look at that. Now he's got great hair now. We all want it, right? So if you have animals too, the animals will, especially cats, well, dogs too, they'll be attracted to the smell, and they'll definitely investigate your doll, and your doll will probably be torn apart. So don't leave it down or out where the animals would get to it, unless you want to have an unpleasant surprise. Okay, so you get the idea. So I'll go ahead and stop here and kind of show you and figure out how I want to make his clothes. Here we go. Let's get a little bit more of his hair on first. Oh, I think he's beautiful. I think it's good to give your puppet positive feedback. I mean, basically you're giving yourself positive feedback But the more you tell your puppet that you love it, then the more you'll be encouraged to continue to do the work, because it's really just self-encouragement. It's easy to be critical, especially of ourselves. So we can just practice a little bit of generous and supportive remarks. So this is basically the part where it just takes a little time working your hair in. Okay, good enough for now. So it's a great start. He's got a gentle face. So I kind of wanted to add a little bit of color to his face. I have some coffee here, and I'll show you what happens when I just add some coffee. A little coffee for me too. So you can just use coffee if you want and add a little bit of color to the puppet. Sometimes I'll put a little bit of paint. So this will dry lighter than you see it now. I might like how this looks, and then I might wait when it dries. I might come back and add another layer. Isn't that sweet? Such an easy way. Sometimes we paint with coffee or with tea. It's a really light-hearted way. I think when we first started painting, I would get a little stressed because the paints were very expensive for us at that time, and the paper also was an expense. So I was very nervous. I wanted like each painting to really be great. I wanted the kids to do their best, and I didn't want to waste the paper and the paint, and that really, I think, was stressful for the children and stressful for me too. So I took the paints away, and for a while we just painted with coffee and with tea, and really found a way to relax into the painting because, uh-oh, there we go. His hair's got stuck on the jar. That happens. I'll just stick it back down. Later I'll work his hair down a little bit more and make him an outfit, but I just wanted you to see how you could add just a little bit of coffee. Isn't that sweet? Isn't he lovely? And you can add just a little bit of coffee and change the color so easily, the skin tone. Okay. There we go. So here he is, a little puppet made with a sock. And I'll make another video and or just take a picture and show you after I decide to make his clothing. Or so stay tuned. Thanks for watching the video. If you make a puppet, send me a picture. I'd love to see what you do.